Hello again. I'm Virginia, and today we're going to look at what gerunds are, how to identify them, and how to use them in our writing. In this presentation, we will look only at gerunds and verbs that are followed by gerunds. In the infinitives review presentation, we will look at infinitives and go more in depth about which gerunds and infinitives follow which verbs. For starters, we need to know what a gerund is. A gerund is a noun that is formed from a base verb and an ing ending. So, if you have a verb like take, add ing to get taking. Report, reporting. Write, writing, and so on. Since gerunds are nouns, they can appear in sentences as subjects, objects, object of the preposition, and so on. Let's take a look at a few examples. First, let's look at the base verb take. As we saw in the previous slide, you can add ing to the end of the word take to make the gerund taking. Since a subject is usually at the beginning of a sentence, I'm going to write the sentence, taking notes all day is difficult for many people. The subject of the sentence is taking notes all day. The verb is, and the complement of this phrase is difficult. The phrase for many people is a prepositional phrase that modifies the complement. We can also use the same gerund as an object too. Let's take a look at this sentence. The committee advised taking a new approach to succeed at aspiration 3. In this sentence, the subject is the committee, and the verb is advised. However, the committee advised what? They advised something, taking a new approach, like doing something differently. Taking is the gerund, and the complete gerund phrase is taking a new approach. The phrase to succeed is an infinitive, and at aspiration 3 is a prepositional phrase. Since gerunds are nouns, they can also be objects of the preposition. Let's analyze this sentence. The AU is interested in taking all necessary measures to improve the lives of citizens. So, just like before, we need to identify the main parts of the sentence. Our subject is the AU, but this time we have a phrasal verb, is interested in. Unlike our other sentences, this verb uses the preposition in, which is always followed by a gerund. So the complete object of the preposition is taking all necessary measures to improve the lives of citizens. Here is a handy chart of common verbs that are always followed by gerunds. You will probably recognize many of these verbs and use them regularly. Notice here that we have verbs like avoid, consider, delay, omit, permit, and so on. Some of these verbs are used in everyday speaking and writing, but others will be more specific to government document writing. For example, many people don't use the verb omit or to leave something out or not include something in their daily conversations. But this may be important to use in your précis if someone you are working with doesn't include important information on a subject. Likewise, permit is not normally used in day-to-day conversations and writing, but it is useful when you need to discuss what laws allow countries and governments to do. Now, let's take a short break before we jump into infinitives.